Hi, and welcome to NEMC Channel 6. This is our focus program. I'm Jo Adair. I'll be your host today. Joining me today is a couple of the ladies from the Women's Life Group. We have Maggie Deering and Renee Manjic. Welcome to the show.
Glad
to have you back.
Thank you.
You've been here before.
Yes, we
So
have. It's wonderful to be back.
We've gotten a
thanks
lot
for
of good
having us.
information out of you guys before. So let's kind of recap a little bit for anybody that didn't see our program before. What Women's Life is, why it was organized, what you do.
Basically, it was formed, Women's Life, back in 1892 by a woman by the name of Ina West. She was from Capac, Michigan. Yay, Capac. And basically, she saw the need for women to have insurance. Men were always insured at that point in time. Women couldn't even vote, let alone anything else. And she saw that women didn't have the comfort that men had for security financially. So she formed this group, and from there it's kind of snowballed. And now we have chapters that have come from this, that we're in right now from Chapter 855, where we can go out and use a little bit of their money because they're a nonprofit organization. And what we do is we go out and we do great things for the community.
And originally that was the sole purpose, was to provide insurance, to have benefits to provide insurance.
Right.
But you do benefits now to facilitate a lot of other things.
Exactly, exactly. And the insurance company is still there. It still does have the basic information and everything that they need for women to get the insurance and stuff. It's there.
Well, they offer all types of financial products, but what they do for us is they have formed all these chapters, which are all across the country, in which we're able to give away their money.
That's always a fun thing to do, give away other people's money. Yeah, absolutely.
And we've been in we're in our last almost fourth year, and we've given away of their money and also of fundraising that we've done, almost $50,000.
And the chapters, when you raise money through your benefits, Women's Life match a portion, right?
When we're doing fundraising, so they'll match up to $500 of the first $500 that we raise.
That you raise,
so,
right.
Yeah, so it's a great organization. It just backs us up with these chapters that they allow women to join and participate and give back to the community.
Now you partner with some other benefit groups. A Beautiful Me, for instance.
Yes.
I know you guys have had things that you've done with them that's helped these young girls. You want to talk about a little bit on what you've got going with them?
Yes, it's one of the organizations. Somebody had a passion and came across that group. So we wanted to support them because what they do is they have a 4-week interactive program for 5th graders. And also they offer it for women of all ages. And what they do is they go in for 4 weeks and with the girls that sign up. And what they want to do is strengthen their self-esteem and help them to be confident and to feel beautiful about themselves. So we've supported them the last couple of years, last year and this year. This year we're going to be doing a 50-50 raffle at a hair avant-garde event that they're having November 8th at Zuccaro's.
Okay.
And what we'll do there is the 50-50, and we'll be able to raise enough funds to maybe direct to one of the communities here for the girls to attend another 4-week seminar.
Well, that'll be fascinating.
Yeah.
Some of the upcoming events that you've got going on for Women's Life. In the past, you've done a number of things.
Yeah, we have done probably 6 or 7 things already, actually 6 or 7 things we've done already this year. Right now we're focused on doing a fundraiser with a Dulcimer group that will be held in Memphis, Michigan at the Holy Family Catholic Church there. They have a beautiful hall there that we're able to use, and we're getting together with them. And basically it's to be able to raise money to buy food for their food pantry. And the Dulcimer group is going to be our entertainment. We're going to have some refreshments. Basically that's why we're here today, is to really focus on that one. because that's our big thing coming up right now.
Now, the Dulcimer Group is a musicians,
Correct.
okay?
So it's the River Strings. So they were gracious enough to come in and perform for us so that we could raise the money. And it's at the Holy Family Center there that they built, but and we think of that as just Catholic, but it isn't. It's for the whole community,
Right.
because their food pantry benefits the entire community.
Right.
So anybody that's in need. So we're having this benefit so that they can buy, I think it's you know, food and things for that, for especially for Thanksgiving and Christmas that's coming up.
Yeah, because a lot of times people will donate the things that are not perishable, such canned goods and things like that. But unfortunately, people don't donate turkeys and hams and things
Right.
like that. And for the holidays, people love to have those things in the home and stuff to be able to cook a traditional meal. And so this way, with Women's Life, they meet the first 500 that we raise. And so if we raise 500, they meet that. We've got $1,000 to be able to hand to them to be able to go out and buy those things to give to the people that need it.
Now, in this benefit program, you actually have a raffle, and that's for something a little bit different.
Right. So during that, we also have another fundraiser going, and it's to benefit a senior in the community that is going to be in need of extra money for her winter bills. So during that, we're selling tickets beforehand and then during that for $1 each, and you can win this beautiful quilt that a local woman made.
So it's
And
handmade.
It is handmade.
Beautiful.
Yes.
One of a kind.
Yes, one of a kind, hand stitched, that she gave to us to raffle off, and Mrs. Baylor, and I think a lot of probably people in the Richmond community know her name, that's donating it to us. So that's going to help us raise money for this particular senior that we're going to support during the winter.
That's nice that you have that
Yeah.
type of thing available to someone that wouldn't have the resources or the opportunity to get those kind of funds for
Exactly.
that. So that gives them a lot of security for the upcoming winter. You have a couple of upcoming events. You said there was 2 that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're going to be collecting candy for the military moms. They send packages over to their children that are overseas fighting for us in the service, and basically what we're doing is we have bins at drop-off points. There's 2 of them actually in Memphis and 2 in Richmond. And basically people can bring candy in, especially hard candies that are individually wrapped and stuff. We don't encourage chocolate. I'm sure it would be welcome over there, but
Just have to scoop it off the
yeah,
box.
it would be a kind of a mess when it gets there. It'd be syrup. So, so basically, we ask people bring the things in. There's 2 drop-off points, like I say, in Memphis, also in Richmond. The 2 in Memphis are at the library and also at the CSB Bank. And also in Richmond, there's the library too that has a drop-off point, and the First State Bank in Richmond. So if people could bring things in and help us out with that, that would be fantastic.
This is a great time of the year to do that because
Yeah.
Halloween candy's out there and
Exactly.
everything comes all
Very
pre-wrapped for
available.
individual. Just remember, no chocolates.
That's right.
So, what else have we got going?
So we are collecting pop cans for the Wings Transition House in Port Huron, which is a place for 16 to 21-year-olds to go, that are homeless, that can actually go there and live during that time, and as they
Now
transition.
that's a cutoff date that they can stay in foster care system is that age bracket. So that's why they're out there now.
Yes.
And they need some type of resource to
Right. So what they do
survive.
is, right, they're, kids that are in that type of system, they're in this house that's there, and as they transition into the community, we are raising money with the pop cans for Christmas gifts for them, which they never ask for anything that's frivolous. It's always things that they need. Versus wants, which if you have a 16-year-old, there's like lots of things you want, but these kids are asking for things that they can use for maybe their next place that they're going to be living. So it's a real good
And they get to
thing.
take those with them
Yes.
when they
Yes.
transition to their own apartment or their own
Right.
their own place.
Right, so
Okay.
we do a big Christmas shopping for them as they give us a list of the things that they can use.
Now, do you only collect money for that, or do you collect items?
You know, we have collected some items in the past, you know,
Okay.
new things. So if somebody were interested in doing that for somebody's apartment, has some nice things that they would like to donate
Even
along.
slightly used. and
Slightly,
stuff. Yeah.
sure. They can always
Fantastic.
contact us, and we can
Okay.
put that together with, as we go to and give them the things that we've, you know, shopped for and things at Christmas.
Okay. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
always have such fantastic things going on. I'm really excited about the fundraiser that you've got going for the Holy Family Food Pantry. That's going to be awesome.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so once again, dates of your fundraisers are?
It'd be October 23rd.
Now, wait, the candy drive, how,
The candy
what
drive.
time
I'm
frame are they
sorry.
going to go in?
Actually, that goes until the,
I think it's like the beginning of November. I was just
yes, it is the beginning of November.
That's good. That
So it's right
encompasses
after
all of the Halloween candy.
You got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we get together with the moms, military moms, and we help them package everything, get it ready, and ship it overseas.
Okay.
So
And
that's
pop
that.
cans are going to be collected from when to when?
That is until right in mid-November. So
Okay.
we have another month, you know, month and a half for that. So
And you have posters out such as, you know, their strings fundraiser?
Actually, there are for the military moms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're posted all over Richmond, Memphis, Armada,
Okay.
there and stuff. So
Okay, so everybody should keep their eye out for those type of
Yep.
posters.
absolutely,
And the Holy Family Food Pantry that's coming up
Mhm.
is October 23rd,
right.
and it's going to be at
The Holy Family
Parish Center.
Activity Center.
That's in
There-
Memphis.
Yes, in Memphis. And it's going to start at 6:30 p.m. We're asking a fee of $10 per adult, $5 per child. And it will be a lot of fun for everybody because we're going to have some refreshments and cookies, things like that, because I'm sure that people will come in after dinner for this event. And then we have the Dulcimer group that's going to be playing. That will be entertainment for them, and it will be a really nice time, a
Right.
family get-together.
Right.
Okay.
And actually the group is a River Strings group, so
Right.
it's
Yes.
they have other instruments besides the dulcimers. I know that two of our ladies are in our group, are in this
Right.
in the River Strings, and one's a violinist. So it gives the kids and adults to see something a little bit different. They're very entertaining. They're
Yeah, they're
interactive.
instruments I've never seen before. I
Yes.
never even heard of dulcimer before.
Yeah.
And we actually have 3 of the musicians from that group here today. So when we close up this segment, we're going to bring them in and get a little sample of what the entertainment's going to be at this benefit.
Fantastic.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we
Big-
appreciate all the information. We appreciate what you guys do. I mean,
Thank you.
your group is awesome. We love having you on. So glad that you came and joined us today.
Thanks for having
Thanks.
us.
Yes,
So
thank you.
stay with us. We're going to bring in the River Strings in just a few minutes. So be sure and come back with us.
Don't worry, the 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Hi, and welcome back. I'm glad you stayed with us because as we mentioned earlier in our segment, when we were speaking with the Women's Life Group, that we would have a sample of the entertainment that's going to be performing at the Holy Family Food Pantry benefit, and that's in Memphis on October 23rd. So we have 3 of you here. We have Linda Baker, we have Judy Howard, and John Pedinato. And you have the dulcimers that the girls had talked about. Now these are all handmade instruments. Never manufactured in a factory ever.
No.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what a dulcimer is and where they came from.
Well, they originated in the Appalachian part of the United States. They were made by people who immigrated here from Europe. A lot of it was an influence of the Irish and Scottish with the Celtic music, and they could not bring their instruments from home with them, so they built them after they got here. And I believe that's why they call them the Appalachian dulcimer or mountain dulcimer.
Could be.
Yes.
And maybe the reason for them all being handmade too were that the people in the Appalachians couldn't afford to buy instruments.
Well,
So,
and there was nowhere to buy the instruments when they first arrived here.
and no one had probably ever seen one of those before either anyway.
Right.
So, okay. Well, that's good information.
Our group is called the River Strings. We're out of St. Clair, Michigan. We practice once a week over in Marine City, Michigan at the Washington Life Center. And our group started 8 years ago. Our club was formed, and we now have 28 club members.
And all members are band members. They all play.
They all play. Not everyone plays a dulcimer. We have 2 guitars, we have banjo, harmonica, a penny whistle, a marimbula, which is a percussion instrument. We have spoons, which John plays, and we have a washboard. Did I leave anything? And fiddles. We have 2 fiddles.
And bass.
And a bass player, yes.
Okay. Judy?
The kind of music that they originally played was gospel, a lot of gospel songs and folk tunes. They also played slower waltzes that they could be danced to, and fast fiddle tunes too. And the way that they would play them is they could, we have 3 strings. The thin string here is the melody string, and then we have a bass string, and so they could play with a noter, could be a stick, could be a turkey quill, and they would just run it along the edge. And then to strum it like a guitar, they could strum with their thumb, they could pick with their 3 fingers, or they could pick with flat pick with just like that, and that would make it a little bit louder. So,
Are they hard to learn?
no, they're quite easy to learn. And if you can't read music, we have sheet music that has numbers that coordinate with the frets, and so it makes it even easier. Yeah, and nowadays they have you can play any form of music on it, blues, jazz, anything. Originally it was the folk and the gospel.
People are always going to improvise.
Yes, they are.
Always. John, now yours is handmade. I mean,
It's
they're all
handmade
handmade. Yours
by
is
me.
actually made by your hands.
Yeah, this is my number 8. The first 7 were not so well made. This one isn't so well made either, but it sounds
It's
great.
beautiful.
Well, I have a prettier one, but it doesn't sound as good. This is my favorite, so I love it. And you can see here Judy's sycamore wood,
Spalted sycamore.
and it's just some
So they're all
beautiful
made of
wood.
different woods.
And yours is,
Red cedar and walnut sides and bottom.
and this is cherry, poplar. I forget what wood I use for the fretboard, but the top of the fretboard is called bloodwood, and it was actually found on a pallet that we had something delivered.
Well, that's resourceful. Use what's there, and that's probably what they did when they were first made.
Right.
There's a museum down just north of Knoxville, and they have a lot of dulcimers and folk instruments. There was even one made with a gourd, with the top cut off and
Oh,
a
yeah?
little slab of wood. And I think that's really how it began. I mean, you have some strings on a stick, and whatever box you put it on is good.
So this is typically the shape. I noticed they're all a little different. Yours is narrower. Yours has got the I think you called it a sound reflector
Soundboard.
on the bottom. His is a little wider. Yours is even a little wider yet. So basically, this is the shape. This is what they are.
Not
These
always.
are all
Not always.
'Cause
hourglass
there's some
shapes.
teardrop ones. They come in all shapes. These are made with 2 sound boxes. This is for the higher notes, and this is for the more bass. So you get 2 sounds coming out. And
Okay.
They can also be rectangle, made out of cigar boxes,
Oh, really?
anything. Yes.
I have to be honest. I have never heard of one before today. So, John, if you'll hold yours up for the camera a little bit so we can just kind of see what, for anybody else that has never heard of a dulcimer, I have never heard of one, but we're going to get a sample of what they're going to sound like in just a few minutes. So, unless you have some additional information that you want to give me right now.
well, some are a little bit longer, another 1.5 inches. And some are shorter. I've seen them as low as, 19 inches.
Oh,
But they sound more like a ukulele
okay.
or a fiddle.
Okay, well, we're going to get a sample of their sound when we come back. So if you'll just stick with us, We're going to have them set up, and you'll be able to enjoy their entertainment in just a moment.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream, that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
The first song we're going to play for you is called Yesterday's Treasures. We'll all be playing the melody, then we'll break up into harmony on the second time through. The last song we'll do for you is Amazing Grace, which we do when we practice every week. It's the last song we play, and usually it's the song we end with when we do our performances.